January 20th, 2026, regular monthly meeting of the Ontonagon County Board of Commissioners is called to order. Please rise to the flag. Bordeaux, you lead us to the flag.
Yes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rick.
Yep.
Roll call, please.
Bordeaux.
Here.
Ford.
Here.
Ontonagon.
Here.
Bateman.
Here. Item 3, consider approval of the 12/16/2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
There was one typo on paragraph 6 on the first page. It says, by motion of Kane, supported by no saying and carried at a 4-1, it should say roll call vote is all. That's already been corrected with the clerk. I open support. By Bordeaux, support by Store. To approve the minutes as noted with the correct typo correction from the 12/16/2025 regular meeting minutes. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you. Item 4, public comment. 5 minutes for persons not on the agenda. Public comment. Third and final call for public comment. Hearing none. Item 5, consider approval of the agenda. There are no additions. The board's pleasure.
I make a motion to approve the agenda for presented.
Support. Motion by Nosianen, support by Kane to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Carried. Item 6, nomination and the election of vice chair for the calendar year 2026. We need a motion and support to open up the floor for vice chair nominations.
I'll make a motion to open up the floor for nominations.
Support
I support.
by Bordeaux, support by Nosianen to open up the floor for nomination and the election of vice chair for 2026. Okay, are there any nominations for vice chair?
I nominate John Kane.
I'll support.
Are there any other nominations? Hearing none. Motion by Nosianen, support by Bordeaux to nominate and elect John Kane for vice chair for the county board for calendar year of 2026. A roll call.
Bordeaux.
Yes.
Ontonagon.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Bateman.
Aye. Motion carried. So what happens when you're here to defend yourself?
Did agree.
Item 7, Barbara Braithwaite, Victim Services Unit.
Hello.
Ma'am, you have the floor. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? I think you already got one of these. And I'll present the letter afterward. You might already have it. But I came here last, I think it was October or September, to the board meeting, and I had 2 years ago for 2024-2025. The board had granted us $2,000 from Victim Services Unit for our training. Most of our training is downstate, or we have to drive, although we have been able to get like online training, which you can sit in our living room and not claim mileage. So, but I'm here because we did use up of the $2,000 granted for 2024-2025. We used $1,440. We have 560 left. And I'm here to ask for $2,000 more for this fiscal year, which I believe started on October 1, or whatever you can spare. And so part of my letter, I think you got my letter dated January 6th, requesting time at this meeting. Do you have any questions about how it would be used if granted?
Is it for training?
Yes, and we do have the surplus. We didn't use up the whole $2,000. So we wondered if we can use it for when we go on our trips to serve the county residents. We want to use some of it for mileage when we drive out on our calls.
I believe that was your
It was
comment a year ago too.
no, it was simply for training, and we thought we'd use up the whole $2,000. You said it's strictly for training. That was the last bunch, and we do have the surplus of 560, and we wanted to be able to use that balance for mileage for us when we go out on calls. So that, so it would not be used for, I believe specifically said, not the client care of any kind. And we're not using it for client care.
Any questions from the board? This was appropriated at our budget meeting last summer
Oh, it was? I didn't know
for
that.
this fiscal year.
Yeah, okay, so how do we claim our money? How do we, from,
You'll have to
Stacy?
go to the money office next week, or this week, whatever, because I went over the bills tonight because Mr. King couldn't assist me.
Uh-huh.
And the $2,000 appropriation has been already
Oh, okay.
provided.
Yes, and so would I come here? I think the last time Stacy Price mailed us a check, because we have a checking account with Citizen State Bank, so this time you want me to come and.
Well, inquire with Missy Peacock in the accounting
Oh,
department.
okay, I will, yeah, okay, I will. All right, thank you. Thanks for granting me.
Thank you. Yep.
There's no action necessary because
Because it's already been done.
Should we make a motion that she can spend that 560?
the balance,
Yeah, that would be nice.
that's fine.
Make a motion that they can spend that 560, they have remaining in the account for reimbursement.
I'll support that.
Motion by Storer, support by Noseman, to allow the Victim Services Unit to use the $500 and what dollars?
$560 remaining from your first grant.
To be used for mileage purposes. Roll call.
Storer,
Yes.
Noseman,
Yes.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Aye. Carried.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Welcome, thank you. Item 8, consider approval. Proposal for the park manager for the upcoming camping season. This is John Wilmus again, who's been the park manager and doing a very good job. We have advertised in past years, there has been no other applicants. Board pleasure.
We'll make a motion to approve, John Loomis as, park manager.
For the 2026 season. Is there support?
Support.
By Bordeaux, support by Storer to approve John Wilmus's proposal for park manager for the 2026 season at the Ontonagon County Park on Lake Woodview. Roll call?
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Storer, Noseman,
Yes.
Aye. Carried. Item 9, consider approval, appointment to the EDC board. We have a letter here from Mr. Tucker.
I'll make the motion to approve, Pat Tucker's, ask for an appointment to the EDC board.
I'll support that.
By Bordeaux, support by Noseman, and to approve the appointment of Patrick Tucker to the Ontonagon County EDC board. Roll call?
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Noseman,
Yes.
Storer,
Yes.
Noseman,
Aye. Carried. Item 10, consider approval, cash advance for Rudy Rudolph Rahala, he's a prosecuting attorney. It was midwinter conference in Traverse City. Approved in the budget, and he's asking for a cash advance of $1,087.80.
I'll make that motion to approve the Rudy Pahala's request to Traverse City for the prosecuting midwinter conference and the advance of $1,087.80.
Support.
By Noseman, support by Storer to approve the cash advance to Rudolph Rahala, who is in the prosecutor midwinter conference in Traverse City in the amount of $1,087.80 as presented. Roll call?
Noseman,
Yes.
Storer,
Yes.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Noseman,
Aye. Motion carried. Item 11, consider approval, transit resolution 2026-01, letter number 5, a resolution of intent.
yes, letter 5 and letter 6 are actually the same resolution of intent. I just need a specific one for MDOT, that's why there are 2
wondering about that.
Yes, that's why there's really one specific. And of course, that would be the funding for fiscal year 27. And the signatures from Stacy on each one. And then just be able to fill out the forms even for the funding, that same thing as every year that's.
Board pleasure on the transfer resolution 2026-01. Resolution of intent.
I'll make a motion to approve the transit resolution 2026-01.
Support.
Motion by Bordeaux, support by Store, to approve transit resolution 2026-01 for resolution of intent for state formula operating assistance. Roll call.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Store,
Yes.
Roseanne,
Yes.
Aye. Motion carried. Item 12, consider approval. Transit fiscal year 26 contract clause certification.
that was supposed to be, that's the second resolution of intent.
This is, we still need the board pleasure on transit resolution, contract clause certification.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Motion by Bordeaux, support by Store to approve transit resolution. Fiscal year 26 contract clause certification as described by Lisa, our transit director here. Roll call.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Store,
Yes.
Roseanne,
Yes. Aye. Carried. Item 13, determine to appoint various committees and boards. Will stay the same for the most part for this calendar year again, but the only exception is on the Brownfield Authority. It will now be Store and Bordeaux as the alternate for the Brownfield Authority Committee. Ron Store will be the designee, Commissioner Bordeaux, Rick Bordeaux will be the alternate. Mr. Store cannot make the meeting. And on the Whoopiter appointment, as per Whoopiter's bylaws, it has to take board action, so we will move on. Item 7 now is the only change, as I just mentioned, on the Brownfield Authority. So we move on to letter number 8. We'll appoint by board motion Mr. Nostrand to the Whoopiter board and Ron Store as the alternate.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Motion by Bordeaux, support by Store. To appoint Robert Nostrand as the designee for the Whoopiter board and Ron Store as the alternate for the Whoopiter board. Roll call.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Store,
Yes.
Roseanne,
Yes.
Aye. Carried. Thank you. Item number 15, that action 2026 meeting schedule. Have it in our packet. Already always been the third Tuesday of the month.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting schedule.
I'll support.
Motion by Nostrand, support by Bordeaux to approve the 2026 meeting schedule as presented. Roll call.
Roseanne,
Yes.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Store,
Yes.
Aye. Carried. Item 16, consider approval of resolution 2026-02, county depositories. Michelle, do you have anything you want to address to this?
Ravenna Range Bank did switch to Zeal Credit Union. The formal will be done in September, the paperwork, but on January 1st, they switched to Zeal Credit Union. They're in Berlin,
I see they got a new sign up.
and I did see something that Miners is also gonna be switching to Zeal.
Okay.
I don't know when that will be, they just announced the announcement last week.
Board's pleasure on the county depositories as listed here in the treasurer's office.
I'll make a motion to approve the county depositories as presented.
Support.
Bordeaux, support by Store to approve resolution 2026-02, naming the county depositories as presented. Roll call.
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Store,
Yes.
Roseanne,
Aye. Aye. Great. Item 17, consider approval of resolution 2026-03, formation of a healthcare needs committee for Ontonagon County. Rick, do you have anything you want to touch on this? You and John went to that informational meeting.
Well, just that we went to a very good meeting up in Houghton about the healthcare in Ontonagon, and the people that were there thought it was a good idea to set up a healthcare board for Ontonagon, and as it's listed here, you know, assessing health needs and so on, and then we'll report back to the board.
It'll be an advisory
The
committee.
advisory committee. I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2026-03 for a healthcare needs committee.
I'll support that.
By Bordeaux, support by Nostrand to approve resolution 2026-03, formation of a healthcare needs committee for Ontonagon County. Roll call?
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Noseman,
Aye.
Short,
Yes.
Hickman,
Aye. Carried. Thank you. Item 18, Renee Monty, printing contract with townships. Renee, you have the floor.
So just as my letter states, just looking to board approves to send out letters to the townships, letting them know that effective 2027, we will not be renewing printing contracts.
Is that gonna be a hardship on the townships?
Well, I've been talking to a few, not a bunch, but the treasurers can print, or I know some assessors that print as well. So of the counties surrounding us, Givik, Houghton, Keweenaw, and Merida do not print anymore for their townships.
You're recommending it because of the state of Michigan deadlines have changed?
Well, they're just getting a lot more strict on their deadlines. They were a little more lenient before, but now they're very strict on their deadlines for studies.
Sorry, whatever information they needed to them.
Yes,
Right.
to the
Take them
assessors.
all the time.
Yes, yes. So we lose our office like the whole month of November, just preparing the tax program and printing, and then June as well. So if we could, have our June to be out starting field work earlier, and then November to finish up our studies, it would just be helpful in our office.
Right now, all the townships pay equalization office for printing work.
Yes, they pay the county, and then we get a portion, like a per hour rate split between the three of us. And the townships are charged the supplies, whatever we pay, we charge them, and then it's a per parcel rate for summer, winter billings, and along with the change notices and the personal property statements, tax rolls. So they would just have to take on their own printing, essentially.
There are other companies out there that would
Yes,
contract with the
yes, yep, and I know a couple assessors that are also willing to.
township to do it.
And this, by sending a letter early, it gives them time to plan or to come into our office and see how we do it in June and November. Get an idea, and I'd be willing to do like some screenshots with explanations on what we do in the program.
To help with the transition.
Yeah.
Just an FYI for us.
Well, it's just seeing if I can send the letters out to the townships that we won't be renewing, since the contract is with the county, not just.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve sending letters out to the various townships.
And support.
Motion by Bordeaux, support by Stewart to approve sending out a letter to the respective townships in the county stating that the printing contracts probably be going to the townships versus the county. Roll call?
Bordeaux,
Yes.
Short. Thank you.
Okay.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye. Carried. Item 19, Lisa Linda, 911 Emergency Coordinator, Office at the airport.
Well, the office sits in the terminal building there, and it's been there for many, many years, I think 3 decades. But it's mostly, I mean, pretty much just used for storage. And I had talked to Mike Coker about it, and he said he wasn't willing to give it up. Or he's not supporting to give it up, but else it would be the county to decide on it. I have heard from the clerk that they did remodel something at the jail for 911 office, and that somebody else has been doing a lot of the 911 work. I had applied for a grant, which this office and the terminal building would be a big part of it would be ineligible for the grant with it in there.
Because it's a 911 office right now?
Right, it's nothing to do with the airport, so it would make it quite ineligible. And I did reach out to Mike and told him there's a back bathroom that I'd be willing. I mean, he's got stuff stored back there that we could maybe take some stuff out and put a desk and his file cabinets in there. But I mean, really, he doesn't even come out there. And it's been, I mean, a couple of years probably since I mean, he'd pop in like maybe once in a year he has, but he doesn't stay out there, and it's just kind of, space that we could use. And we do, like he said, it's Ontonagon Airport. We don't get a lot of pilots, but he hasn't been out there to see that this year. Well, the last couple of years, we've got quite a few that'll just fly in, or they'll, to sit for a while. There's a couple that come from downstate, and they spend a lot of time at the airport. We have lieutenants now, and they meet up with other pilots, and they like to just come sit out there. And well, this past summer, we got the new windows, and this is where the office is. And it's like the lounge sits back, and then there's a big glass, like a windows to that office. And it's, I don't want to say junky, I don't want to sound rude, but I mean, it's just stuff thrown all over. And
miscellaneous storage.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah. And then he invited somebody else to use storage, not to be mean, but just to store stuff in there. And it's like, I think that office would benefit, not only us for future funding possibly, but also for the pilots. Like I said, I don't know if you've seen the memo, I could smell something stinking, and here I found dead mice in a garbage can. I mean, so nobody had been in there for a while. And like when we were getting the carpeting, I'm the one that had to take everything. I told Mike about it, and he never came to take everything out. So I had to take everything out, and it was a job just to put everything back in, because there's like 3 desks in there, just full of stuff, and some other stands. And but yeah, the main purpose I brought it up now, I've been talking to him, over the last couple of years, trying to get access to that office, but now that I applied for this terminal grant, which would help with heating and stuff, and not saying we would get it, but if we were, that's, like I said, a big ineligible spot.
So that square footage that's now for the 911, just that square footage in the terminal would be ineligible for this grant?
Yeah.
It would not negate the whole grant application?
No, it wouldn't. No, we'd still get, it would be a lot less money.
A lesser amount.
Yeah, they said like it would be less FAA money and more local money. We did.
I know he's been moved to the sheriff's department for how many years? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been quite a few. That's where he had told me that he's been at the sheriff's office working, but he says when he retires, he'd like that spot for somebody else. But I feel like when the next person takes over, deal with it then to try to find an office. But I don't know. And the terminal building was actually built for for the airport. And I think, I don't know who it was, but I think he actually was helping out with the airport, and then they just moved the 911 office in there. That's what my understanding. But
like the history is.
Yeah. And I think the deal was that they would pay for the Wi-Fi once they had an office in there. So that's what they paid for, is the Wi-Fi up there.
Meaning 911.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, he's just never up there. And I did contact him and told him if he wanted to come here, that I was going to bring it up to the board. So
Just my own opinion, the fact is, you know, the kind of work that 911 / emergency services does, I think it's appropriate that it's with the sheriff's department for emergency concerns.
I'm totally with Lisa on this. I think that I've seen the room, I've been there. It takes up a big portion, unused, would be best suited, as like you said, for airport use. And again, he's been down at the sheriff's office for so long. And you know what, if it's stuff that needs to be disposed of, then it needs to get disposed of because it's just taking up a valuable room that would make a really nice addition to the airport. And it is busier. If you ever go out there, it's busier now than it's ever been, thanks to Lisa pushing her fly-ins and stuff. So I think Lisa does need it. And I think 911 can incorporate it. Because they said the 911 board, I think they can move their stuff to the sheriff's office or find room for it there. So I would be in total support.
Yeah, he's also said, you know, he's agreeable to something smaller up there. He just doesn't want to give it up, but it's like,
He's
don't
already,
even come
he's
out
already
there.
got 2 rooms.
Right,
Let's
so
be
it's
honest,
like,
he's
why-
got that back room full of signs that
Mhm.
I don't even know if they check.
No, I don't, nobody's.
You know, because I hear complaints about 911 all the time about all these property number signs and
Oh, I get the
there's,
calls, yeah.
and there's a whole room full.
Yeah.
So, you know, is it signed there or, you know, I don't know. Couldn't answer that question because I haven't had a chance to talk to him. But yeah, I think it all could be condensed.
When you got in front of the motion,
That he vacate the airport terminal and move it to wherever he is.
Is there space at the lobby? Is there space?
There's space, they make space. I mean, if it's extra desks, the desks can go away.
I'll support it. Motion by Stover, support by Bordeaux to eliminate the 911 office space at the airport. He's now working out of the sheriff's department. And if needed, it can be addressed in the future if a new 911 coordinator would want to be back at the airport.
So would we continue with, like, the back room, the old bathroom as a storage? Like, just leave them continue with that, or?
I know that's what he asked yesterday when I talked to
If you could keep the storage in the
him.
bathroom?
He just thought he could move his stuff into there, I guess. But we're gonna find
I think you should find room at the sheriff, and if you can't, then you can leave some storage there if it works for you. Like I said, it seems like a lot of stuff that isn't touched. Oh,
I've had some pilots that fly in and they, like months ago, and then they come, well, not this winter, but, you know, through the summer and the fall, and they're like, doesn't anybody ever work in there? Like, everything stays the same, and it's just, yeah, it's quite piled in there, so it's not even neat.
Okay, there's a motion, support on the floor to get rid of the space at the airport for the 911 office, which isn't being used for that purpose right now. Roll call?
Stover,
Yes.
Bordeaux,
yes,
Oceana.
Aye. Carried. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So how do I go, do I contact him and let him know that? Or,
That's fine.
yeah, we just, okay. I feel so bad doing it, like, I don't wanna chase him out, but it's like, there's no sense in having it there, so, thank you.
If he's moved to the sheriff's department, I guess you can't be guilty of chasing him out.
Right, right. And he hasn't been there, so I guess I'm not chasing him out, so, thank you.
Item 20, Donna Strassel Roberts, snowmobile trail in Ontonagon County Park Memorial Plaque. Robert, you have the floor.
Hello, thank you.
Hi.
The first thing I want to talk about is the plaque at the Ontonagon County Park. And it was a memorial plaque, and it's on a big rock, and I think it was 1978 or something it was there. It hasn't been cleaned. I go out there, it was my dad that it was dedicated to, and it's in really rough shape, and it has like a bolt missing. And I was wondering if I could get permission and have it removed. And I would pay for it, have it cleaned and put back.